you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm sitting here with the fellas, man, and you know, I brought up what I told you I was gonna talk to them about. I got you on speakerphone right now.
What's up, Cam?
Alrighty. What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
Pretty good. Can you get down here like in 15 minutes?
You know, it's so crazy because I just took my twins to get their late Christmas. I just took on my T-Mobile over there getting them some phones, man. On Buffalo, out here on Buffalo Road. Were you serious about the 15 minutes?
I mean, I'll give you 20 if you need 20.
How y'all doing, man?
We doing good, man. We blessed, man. We blessed. Yeah, we should encourage each other, man. But
Definitely. I've been trying to focus on the bad, you lose sight of the good, man. The good far outweighs the bad, exceedingly outweighs the bad. Yeah. I was just telling my kids, they complain about so much, and I just, you know, you put it on YouTube on them CNN news, clips where them kids is getting bombed over there like that in Israel. And, you know, these kids just, man,
yeah, we take it for granted.
By the hundreds and hundreds. It's
Kids,
sad, man. Thousands. I'm sorry, it's thousands.
Kids,
man. We are really in the days, man. We are. It's really time to really get clean to God now more than ever. I really try to convey that to them, and not be so consumed with Jordans and Yeezys, because that's what I'm telling you, that stuff's temporal, man. You know, what's eternal, what's forever is eternal. I'm trying something to focus on. Now, we like to dress nice and look good, but man, that's not what it's all about. We can't put our worth in that, you know? Yeah.
But they're not gonna get it till they get older like us.
Oh man,
I'm still waiting. My brother, my little brother, he makes $67 an hour.
Wow.
He don't got no kids. He don't got no girlfriend. Why this nigga always broke? I don't understand it. He called me and asked me.
He's shopping all day, every day.
I don't know what he do. My mom said, Joey, I don't know if he got a gambling problem. If he be at the strip clubs every day. She said, I don't know what's going on with him. What he doing with his money? That boy called me and asked me for $50. So I let him borrow $50 and he ain't paid me back
yet. You call me for $50?
Nah, I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do that.
What is you doing?
You know.
He's still young.
Yeah, he is.
He's living his best life. You know, he ain't got no kids, so you know that's fine. You know, she's not.
You ain't got no kids.
You know,
you ain't got no woman.
Cutting his kids short or slighting them and blowing money. You know.
Yeah, but you know what though, my mom she babies him, and she always have. You know, like me being raised by my mom. I was talking to my mom the other day, and I told her, I said, it's like we was raised by two different moms. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing is, like, my mom knew that I was gonna make it back to the crib.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She knew I could handle myself. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But my brother, he just, you know, she said, Joey, I swear he a little bit slow. He has to be. I just don't understand.
You know how it is, because I dealt with that with my sister, and I'm not gonna lie. At times, I kind of resented it because I felt like my mom always. She knew I could swim. I wouldn't sink. I'm a swim. So she would resolve not to help me and help her in times. And I'm like, Mom, why can't you? You did this for her. You did that. Why can't you do this for me? It kind of irritated me at times.
Oh yeah.
And still to this day. She's like, I know you're gonna figure it out. Your sister has issues.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, still, it's not fair. But then I try not to be selfish about that. I understand that, you know, it probably has some truth to it. So
now it makes me wonder if I'm that kid.
And Rob said, now it make me wonder if I'm that kid.
Yeah, nah.
You that special one.
She'll run to the bank and get a loan and pull $2,000 out. What the pay her rent up? I'm like,
right now.
You ain't never paid my rent.
And my brother just moved out the house.
Wow.
He just moved out the house.
Your brother?
Yep. He was living with my mom this whole time.
I thought he was in Boston.
Bro, so he ain't even got his
No, he
crib
was
making money?
he got a crib now, but he was in not Boston. It was
Maine.
And then they ended up calling him back to Virginia because he worked at the shipyard. So
Right.
he worked on like military submarines and stuff like that. And that boy, he told me, he said, bro, if you could understand some of the secret projects that they have us working on.
Wow.
He said, I don't know what we're preparing for. He said, but it's scary.
Did you see the movie Leave the World Behind yet?
I did. I hated the ending.
That was dope.
I hated the
The ending was dope. I mean, no, it left
You
it.
know what?
it Leave the World Behind.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good,
Yeah.
it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones I probably got to watch twice like Pootie Tang.
Hey Campbell, do you have Netflix?
You sound like Pootie Tang.
Do you have Netflix?
Bro, Karen, she said, do you got Netflix?
Yeah.
Hey.
You on Netflix?
Yeah, Leave the World Behind. Check it out.
What'd you think about that movie, Rob?
I'm definitely gonna check that out. It's an apocalyptic movie.
Yeah, kinda.
Predictive programming? What'd you think?
Sorta.
Programming.
Okay.
Sorta.
Yeah, I definitely check that
But
out.
it's good. It's good. The ending just left me like, that's all y'all gonna get.
No, but they're gonna be okay. You wanted a part 2 though.
I want something. I didn't feel fulfilled. It's like, eating something when you hungry and not getting full. I was trying to get full,
I hate that. I know.
Did you watch videos and commentaries about it afterwards?
Yeah, I watched it.
I did.
They believe that like
I was so angry.
they said like Satanists believe that if they tell you what they about to do, that they can't get any bad karma. Like that's something that they believe. So they said like they put it out there like that early, so you can't. You saw that too,
Yeah.
like so that way like they can't claim like deception and stuff like that.
I'm about to go home and watch it again, man.
Yeah.
For real, is it one of them kind of movies you need to watch once or twice? Like
You watch it again, you get more. You watch it one time. I watched it with my wife, but
they go into a dream inside a dream inside a dream.
Inception.
Yes.
Nah, it's nothing like Inception. It's nothing like Inception. You ain't dreaming.
Not complicated, but it's just. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, he said
Maybe I'm just slow. I didn't get it the first time.
No, it ain't. It's not. It's definitely not like Inception. You gonna get it the first time, but understanding it is, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the understanding. This one.
No, I like that.
You be sitting like,
No, but I like that. I was talking to my mom. She didn't like it, but I was talking to her. I was like, I like the fact that they didn't spell everything out for you, because if that happened for real, you wouldn't know. You really would be guessing like what's going on.
Yeah.
Because they turned on the TV, like
I guess
TV, they ain't know.
I guess I never thought about that.
Because most movies they spell it out for you. They let you know, oh, it's this happening.
Yeah.
It's this happening. They spell it out. But that movie they didn't spell it out, so you really had to guess.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have paid to go watch it.
Nah, it wasn't like that, but it makes you think. I mean, rating the title is it's telling you like, hey, we about to reveal something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought like
So
Yeah, I want to check that out.
I am a huge I'm a huge person of the aliens secret society, you know what I mean? Like,
so you believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens, you know.
I don't know about that.
It's impossible.
Rob, you believe in aliens?
I feel it's impossible for there not to be.
They absolutely exist.
here's what I believe.
Impossible for us not to be.
We have a space force now, right? Why in the hell would we need a space force? What are we defending in the space?
I be feel like there's aliens. I don't
They
know.
know
Like
something.
it would have said something in the word. I don't know that.
The Marine Corps.
The Marine Corps, yep.
And the Space Force.
Yep.
I don't
That's
believe
crazy.
in aliens, but I believe in demons.
Yeah, I think demons masquerading as aliens. I do believe that.
Well, they demons, aliens, whatever you want to call them. I do believe that there is something else. Clearly, I believe that there's something else. It's just there is too many sightings and reports, and it's just too much evidence.
I believe in demons. They're becoming like.
too much evidence for us to be like.
All right, how about those people in
We've
Brazil?
never even seen the other side of the
How
moon.
about the people in Brazil?
Think about that.
Yeah.
We've only seen one side of the moon. We don't even know what's on the other side of the moon.
It's just more mood. It's just more mood.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Even
I know they've gotten there now, but but they said back then they like faked that. But I've heard that. I don't know if you guys have.
Yeah, they said that was made. It was a Hollywood clip.
Nah, man. No, man. They went to the moon, man.
You believe it?
Of course.
Okay.
Bro, you don't think so either?
I don't know.
Bro, okay, listen to this, bro. You watched the movie today? You watched the movie today, right? Like a couple of days ago, you watched the movie?
Deceptive.
Can you be like, that look fake? You gonna tell me they had that technology back in the 50s? The movie technology, bro?
Did you see the moon landing in their footage?
Yeah, bro.
It looked fake as all get out, bro.
It did look fake.
They had people go out there, they said it'd be more expensive back in those days to fake it than to just go, because they didn't have movie technology like that.
Yeah, but they
didn't have CGI and all that stuff. And
bro, you could fake. Like I seen people with the bottom of frying pans completely make up planets with technology, just with frying pans, bro, and it was so believable.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Like, you ever watch Ancient Aliens?
No.
Okay, so Ancient Aliens, it's regular, a TV show that comes on, but it's really something to watch. And one of the things that really blows my mind is the fact that way back then, pyramid days, when they was doing all of this building and construction and stuff like that, they didn't have the equipment and technology that we have right now. And we are still not able to mimic the angles, the precision, the cuts that they were able to make way back then.
Bro, there's a pyramid in Vegas right now.
Drills. We can't.
Bro, let me ask you this though.
Nah, man.
Stars. They said aliens definitely
assisted
in those efforts.
Yeah, here's a question that.
Go ahead, Rob. Get it off, bro.
This is a question I want to say.
Caterpillars and bulldozers. I don't know.
Bro,
they say there's in the hieroglyphics inside the pyramids. They have alien images that the Egyptians like painted.
Yeah.
They do.
Nah, bro, I don't believe that. None of that.
I do.
Nah, cause never. Go ahead, Rob.
Do you believe in dinosaurs?
Here's the question though. Back in the day, right? The government was doing their best to hide aliens, right?
That's Area 51.
Mm-hmm. So the government just, there ain't no such thing as aliens. This is all fake. They trying to hide it. Now they trying to make it acceptable. And now they're like, oh yeah, they agreeing, yeah, there's aliens. Why you think that is?
Because it's too much proof that has been unleashed. Before we didn't know. Like now you got these crop circles popping. Like there's just so much
That's what
evidence.
I'm saying. They was doing so much to cover.
They have to be like, okay.
What I'm saying is they was doing so much to cover that up before, but now they're opening up and then they're agreeing. Like,
all right. So let's go down the rabbit hole since y'all want to play this game. What's the motivation?
I believe that they're priming us to believe in aliens because I think it's going to explain the rapture. That Christians was abducted by
dang.
And so now,
man, priming us. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Because the scriptures say that man's going to believe the lie. Right, so you start telling them, okay,
you gotta lay it out,
aliens, and then
you gotta lay the groundwork first.
All these people get abducted, they're gonna be like, how did that happen? What's your explanation? Aliens.
Now, I don't want to get too far off subject, but y'all do are aware that they are trying to. They're not trying to. That it's very possible, true, that they are making civilization on another planet.
Yeah.
Because when this planet, these billionaires are going up in outer space for months at a time.
Right now.
Like Richard Branson.
Right now.
They got.
What are you doing? They're doing it right now.
Wayne said, "I'll get in my spaceship and leave Earth."
Even the bunkers. They're building underground bunkers. It was like 15 billionaires, all just recently built underground bunkers. It's a preparation for something, and I think it will all tie together. Yeah, the end of times. But what does that look like?
Because we will talk about people that are fleeing to the hills and under the earth, and when God starts pouring out His bold judgments and vile judgments on them, so there's gonna be rich that flee to those places and seeking for refuge. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's deep. That's a good point.
Them people in that elite and them elite people in that them secret societies, they say they own spaceships and they're going up. They're building something. There's something going on up outer space.
But you know what? I'm about to blow your minds, man.
You already did.
Yeah, bro. What else do you have?
There is
Apophis?
a lot of people that don't even believe that you can leave this planet. Flat earthers.
Wow.
The firmament, all that stuff.
The flat earthers.
That's such nonsense.
You think
You
it's
think
nonsense?
Christopher Columbus?
Well, hold on a second. Wait.
It's not like it's something that is just outrageous to think, though. You know what I mean? Who has been to the end of Earth?
Images of the Earth, and it's a sphere. It's circular.
The Bible does say he sat on the circle of the earth.
But here's the thing though. I don't think flat earthers are saying that it's flat in the sense that it's a square like this table and you can fall off the edge. Circle can still be circle and it still be flat. You know what I mean?
They think it's a disc.
Yeah, like a disc, but it's still round. You know what I mean? In the sense like the dome can still be round and it could be circular. All I'm saying is this: I've never been to outer space, so I can't sit there and say I agree 100%. I'm using faith on what we've been taught in
school. Can I ask you this? If you had the opportunity for free to go in outer space, would you? Because I wouldn't. I'm not interested. That's scary. That's scary to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's something I would want to do.
I wouldn't do it.
I would like if one of y'all would want to go and I had that type of money, I'd pay for one of y'all to go because I believe y'all information. Y'all come back with the real, I can be like, okay, Rob ain't gonna lie to me. You know what I'm saying? He said he seen E.T. up there. I believe him. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't. It's like the people that went on the
okay, I'll say this. The priming of the rapture explanation, I think that's genius. I mean, I think that's inspired. I do think the world is a planet just because I think God is an intelligent enough designer that he designed things a certain way for a certain reason. Because, it being a globe explains time zones, weather patterns. There's so much stuff that if it's a disc, all your other stuff that's contingent on the world being a planet falls by the wayside. That's the thing I kind of like. Even the atmosphere, how God gave us protection over the atmosphere so that craters get or meteors get disintegrated as soon as they reach our planet. I mean, like, so I think it's around.
Let me just say this, just for argument's sake. All right. You really just intelligently look at the information that flat earthers start presenting. All right, because I'm not saying I agree one way or the other. I'm just saying before I has already been told it's a sphere. It is what it is, and so I just kind of accepted that, right? But then when you actually start to think about it intelligently, like, all right, so you saying that our United States is sitting sideways. That's how the globe portrays it, right? So how does a helicopter fly upwards? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's no sideways in space because it's a vacuum. Upside down doesn't even exist in space. It's mind blowing to me when we really think what space really is, bro. I mean, it's really mind blowing. Like, it makes me believe in God more that it's a planet, because just think about like how big the world is, bro. Like how big it is. We can't even fathom that size, so we think it has to be flat because we can't fathom the size of it. So like, it's the same reason why if you jump up on an airplane, you don't go to the back of the plane because the plane's going fast. You're moving with the atmosphere of the planet itself, because the atmosphere it's all like one thing.
That was a good analogy.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you have like a penny inside a jar.
All right, so let me ask you this: if it was a helicopter, right, and he took off and was hovering for 8 hours in the same spot,
it won't matter because he's moving with the atmosphere. The air is moving with, he's moving with it. He's moving in the vacuum. It's the same reason. Okay, bro. So you're gonna tell me I should be able to jump in the plane, and I should be like a Splatoon, like in the back of the plane. That's your theory.
What do you mean?
You're thinking like it's kind of like a treadmill where you're moving with the air in the plane. You see what I'm saying? The only way you move without the air with the plane, because if it's like free for all, like a free fall, then you start to rise a little bit because you're giving away to the gravity. Y'all both are falling at the same time. But it's all physics, bro. I mean, I'm not smart enough to break it down.
But also, though, if you think about it, if you're standing on a plane and the plane goes...
No, hold on a second.
You're going to feel the...
Whoa.
What is it called?
G-force. But check this out, though. I'm about to show you the difference. If it was possible to stand on top of the plane and jump, then the plane will leave you because you're not inside the air of the plane. We're inside the air of the earth because the atmosphere, we're moving with the earth, and plus gravity too. You just can't. I mean, you can't fathom how big this world is, bro. It's like it's so large. It's crazy.
I mean, even like
you know what's really crazy about that? How big this world is, and they say, I have to Google it. I can't remember, but they say what, a couple thousand Earths can fit into the sun. So just how big the sun is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's crazy is light years, bro. Don't you know if the sun blew up right now, we would have known until 8 minutes. Just because it takes that long for the light to reach us. It's like just how big the galaxy is, man. We can't even fathom it. That makes me believe in God more. Like if I was an atheist, I look at all that stuff. I'm like, man, it's like so overwhelming. This can't just be some random stuff where this just like roll of a dice, all stuff just happens.
That takes us back to the beginning. It can't just be us in this entire universe.
I don't think
it is impossible that it is just us.
Is it impossible?
Because
but you know what?
We have.
I like Rob. Hey, listen.
Tell me why you mad.
Hey, listen. Rob be conspiracy theory against himself. First he was like, bro, that the world might be flat. He said we by ourselves. Well, how you know we're not by ourselves?
All right, here's my point. My point is this.
I was thinking. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Man, he on the show already.
It don't even matter if there's aliens or there ain't aliens. Think about it, because God already told us how this world's going to end. So I don't believe that aliens is going to invade us and do anything to us anyway. So you know what I mean? Whether they're aliens or not, it don't even matter.
So this is my thought. Hold on.
Dinosaurs. Where is it at in the Bible?
Bro, I got 2 words for you, bro.
Several thousand.
I got 2 words for you, bro. Fossil fuels. God gave us dinosaurs so we could gas your big old trucks, yo. God had the foresight to see it.
We don't know how long it was.
It was 2 years.
It was between the time when God created the heavens and the earth. It's not telling us. Yeah, they're specified. Day 1 he did this. Day 2 he did that. Day 3 he did it. So,
but a day of the Lord like 1,000 years. So
where it's we don't know how big of a gap it was when he rested. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so but you know what?
That time he rested, they didn't say he rested for a day. It just said he rested. So was that?
It's on 7 day he rested.
To God, and a day is like 1,000 years to God, right? So during that time he rested, was that those billions of years where those dinosaurs roamed the earth? Because it was beasts on the earth. But it's not just trying to think. Like, is this earth really?
He's saying like the time. Well, he's saying like the time between creatures was here. And the time, to me, the dinosaurs are the testament that we can get God like that. If the dinosaur theory is real, and the meteor in New Mexico, wherever that did take them out, look how those big, specimen of animals, how they were able to become extinct. Like, think how fragile Earth is. So I kind of think like that too.
I believe in this Earth is young, about the 6,000 years or whatever. I don't believe, I know that the Bible talks about 1 day as 1,000 with the Lord and 1,000 as one. But the thing is I think a lot of Christians try to marry that idea to be able to keep up with science. Because scientists is coming out and saying, oh no, it couldn't have been that. So I think Christians have kind of used that philosophy so that they can kind of placate the scientists and say we've been here for millions and millions of years. I don't believe that, because in Genesis, God establishes a day as a day and a night. That's 1 day. You know what I mean?
So he tells you what a day is. He defines it for you.
He defines it for you. And think about the book is Genesis. It means the beginnings. So when he started in the beginnings, he was already starting a precedent. So if he wanted us to believe that it was 1 day was an actual 1,000 day, he wouldn't say a day and a night. You know what I mean? So I think God gives us the clues there for us to read and be between the lines. And I don't think we as Christians Christians need to back down to scientists, because we find out all the time that science catches up to the Bible. You know what I mean? Like again, going back to flat Earth, right? Everybody in the early civilizations believed in that. But one theory that they didn't believe in, you know, the Bible says in Job that he hangeth the world on nothing. So we come to find out that God hung the world on nothing, and so God, the Bible was so ahead of its time. You know what I mean? Because early civilization was like, well, you know, we got to be resting on something.
Yeah, but I think also, to your point, I think we are afforded the luxury to have these debates, because when when it really gets like leave the world behind and stuff like that, or even like other like third world countries like in China where they're being persecuted for being Christian, they ain't having these debates. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they're thinking like, really, I think it also could be a distraction too. It could be a distraction, because it's like
as a self-proclaimed Christian, and that's crazy.
If the world is 6,000 or 6 billion, what is it really?
You know
what I'm saying? Like, what was it really gonna matter? Like you said, you know how the world gonna end. We're all gonna meet our maker one day. You know.
What about cavemen?
It's a real devout, real serious, go hard Christians in this world, man.
Cavemen, it's crazy. I don't know.
God's calling us to do
Neanderthals, huh? I don't know. In between, man.
Really, just full throttle. What they say, many are called, few are chosen. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. And the qualified laborers that we know that we are, that God has called us to be, this time just
because like, to my point, I mean, to your point, even if you can prove everything, if someone's not gonna believe, they ain't gonna believe, bro. Yeah. It's really about faith. And he said, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. There's people that you're going to be able to debate, and you can prove it. You can prove it, like, yeah, they be like, that doesn't make sense. They still ain't going to believe. They still going to,
even if it makes sense.
Even if it makes sense, they still not going to believe. Because you said they'd rather believe a lie, like you said, they priming us and stuff like that. They still ain't going to believe.
Yeah.
I think it's time. Just us men of God, just in this forum and this conversation we have, and I'm just ready just to go where they're at. The people that are broken. I'm tired of sitting inside the confines of the four walls of the church, comfortable and cozy. And no, go ye to the highways and hedges and compel them to come. We need to go to the bars. We need to go to the strip clubs. We need to go to the drug-infested areas. But just like Jesus did. How much time did Jesus actually spend in the church? There's 3 accounts. One, he was teaching when his parents found him, when Mary and Joseph found him, his earthly parents, and there was another time. But
I ain't going to the strip club.
We had that conversation already. Well, I feel you. You already had that conversation. We need to get some women missionaries, some vets on our team.
And another thing, with these pastors,
take this track.
Yeah,
take that. You gonna rain tracks on them?
Rain tracks on you for a minute.
Yeah.
Sir, we have to observe the Sabbath. Why are we saying the Sabbath is Sunday? Why are we coming to church on Sunday?
Why are we coming on Saturday? And it's on Saturday.
That's another debate thing. I think we get distracted with that, the Sabbath and stuff like that. I mean,
the sun. That was Sunday. Was for the sun god.
I mean, if we really want to get deep, we shouldn't be celebrating holidays and all that stuff and holy days.
But you know what?
That's really pagan holidays.
Yeah, but you know that's the thing though. It's like what Cam's is saying. We can't pick and choose what we feel like, you know, is okay to do and what, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it says that we're not supposed to do this, right? Or we're not supposed to do that, but we justify it, you know what I mean? But when we do that, it's just, I don't know, I don't think we can, if we really want to be sticklers about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things we shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things.
I had to tell my my man getting a plan.
Did you ever see the bag?
Christmas.
You ever see the bag?
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, the spirit, I mean, the intention on it, but I'm just saying, if we're going to be sticklers to his point about worshiping on the wrong day, we could pull that string, and none of us the Bible says our righteousness is as filthy rags. If we're really going to be pulling that string, we can do that forever. We can be like, everything. We can be like, you shouldn't cut your beard that way, you shouldn't wear that, you shouldn't be mixing fabrics. We could do all that stuff, but
I don't know if y'all ever go to T-Mobile. When you buy a phone, bro, it's like you feel like you buying a house or a car. iPhone 13. How long was we in there? It's crazy. There's paperwork and all this thing. I feel like I just bought a mansion. Like, you know, did y'all ever experience that? When you went to T-Mobile, you were about, it just say Waypoints forever.
Yeah, man.
T-Mobile, you want to sponsor us? We'll get you right.
Get you right.
Boom, bing, boom.
Yeah, I really want to look forward to. I really look forward to sitting down with y'all in person, man, so we can just talk.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's. We still got to pick a day, a time tomorrow, so I can come pick you up, man, and we could go. We could go run up to Elevate. So we about to be getting up out of here, Cam. We really appreciate you, man. I don't think you even realized you was just a part of this show.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're recording.
Recording the whole time.
Yeah.
31 minutes.
Dinosaurs was crazy though. I don't know, man.
I mean, there was different names in the scripture, but how do we know that dragons ain't dinosaurs? I think sometimes things get.
It is crazy that every ancient culture has a dragon mythology.
Right.
It didn't just come out of there.
Like Vikings believe it, Asians believe it.
Yeah.
They all believe it.
Everyone.
Like, what about Leviathan? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was that? He was the East?
This bro, wow.
But like for instance, I believe a unicorn could be a rhinoceros. Like if you,
I'm sorry, man.
Think about it. Like, why are we turn it and make it a mythical creature?
Well, you even got to think about when it talks in the Bible about the end of times, where it says it has, like when it was describing what looked like it was an animal, but in all actuality, they were describing an airplane. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't see that?
Yeah.
Like
Airplanes in the Bible?
no, but when they
Well,
What are we talking
think
about?
Think about it. Some of the writers of scripture, right? They had to write what they saw
Without having the words to describe it.
without not even what I have
With no frame of reference.
with not even knowing.
Like how do you describe a helicopter if you've never seen a car or nothing?
Maybe they call it a chariot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so somehow they can only use words from no vocabulary that people could understand at the time. And so, like, when you think about like Revelation, when they use words like they were not saying this is what it was, this is what it was like. Like, for instance, try to describe what an orange tastes like to somebody who never had one. What could you say? It's citrusy.
What does that mean?
What is that?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
There's this one prophet who described, he said he had a vision of the future where he saw, this is like back in the 60s, 50s, right? He said that he saw a car that looks like an egg and people were playing some type of game and I'm like, that looks like a white Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm thinking about it, but how you describe it, to your point, without like the frame of reference, how you describe it, because back in the 50s, cars look way different than they do now. So I hear what y'all saying.
Especially different from a Tesla, for sure.
I just seen a reel about somebody talking about a Tesla, and I don't know if it's the emblem that they were seeing, but there is a Bible reference to it, and it's crazy because again, going back to that movie, what was them all them white Teslas on the road? You know what I mean? That was. You know what I mean? The manual pilot was taking over or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just a lot of stuff. I know my mom, she used to tell me all the time when I used to have a bunch of questions, right, when I started becoming curious, or trying to be a little smart, but you know what I mean? And be like, well, why is this like this? Or why is that, or why would it be? And my mom used to tell me something so simple. And I never really understood it until I got older and to answer my questions. She would just say, there are things that we're just not meant to know. There are things we're just not meant to understand. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but that makes no sense.
I'm not gonna be angry,
that makes no sense.
I'm saying, but
but it's true.
if we get to heaven and we see like stuff wasn't how we thought it was you gonna be like, I want a refund? I mean, you made it. I mean, the world was flat, man. This don't make no sense. The world was flat. This make no sense all the time. I was lied to. It don't really. Let's say there's some questions that it really has no consequences. I think it like you said, it makes people justify for them not wanting to get saved, not coming to the Lord. They they try to disprove it by logic because they try to make themselves feel like, well, I don't need because what's it? But it's more distracting than anything, I think. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you guys get jaded by some of the information that you receive or the lack of information you receive? Like, for instance, your brother saying, man, I don't know what they building this for, or you know what I mean? Like there's so much that is hidden from us, and
From the American government, like jaded, like
yeah, like that, and I don't know, man. I find myself anymore, man. It's just like, yo, man, this world is different, man.
I seen this thing and it said that nothing that we were taught about history is real. And if you think about the word nothing, like we went through years of social studies and like years and years and years. Nothing is, and then when you get to thinking about this stuff, it's like the stuff that they teaching nowadays is not what was being taught to us back when we were younger when it comes to history.
bro, I saw this one TikTok and this dude got mad at me because I was commenting on it. This guy was like, show me a picture of a slave ship. He said there was picture technology back then because they had pictures of other stuff like around that same time period. And I'm like, at first I kind of like was like, well, how did that make any sense? But there's people out here who don't believe like we actually came over in ships.
I'm like,
You one of those
I got one or two theories on that. Either one, we was already here, or two, we was sold out by our own people. Like Africans, like the Woman King. You see that movie?
Nah,
Yeah.
was that good?
Viola Davis.
It is real good.
Like my thing is, how you going to go to Africa?
I can't watch slave movies no more.
How you going to go to Africa and just start snatching up people? Right? Either Africans sold us,
Yeah, we were sold, but
or we was already here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know that like so much of history has been changed. Like, why you think over in Africa, like they done blew the noses off of the
Sphinxes.
and stuff. Like, you know them, they black. You in Egypt, you black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and if you think about it, a lot of black people got Indian in their blood. You know, so how was we really here? I think we've been lied to about that either. You know what I mean? To me, it's like one of those two scenarios.
Yeah, I don't know. It just be difficult not knowing. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't emotionally connect with something that you don't feel confident enough to believe in. That makes sense? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I do believe it was some slavery, some slavery and stuff going on. But when he just said like we either was already here or we sold.
The guy wasn't disputing slavery. He was disputing the fact that we came over on ships. He said there was no pictures of us on the ship or getting out of the ship and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm doing the time frame. He was like, picture technology was invented. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's one of those things that I gave too much thought about because they all see the pictures of the drawings, how we were packed in there like that. I just assumed.
If you think about it, slavery times wasn't that long ago.
No.
You know what?
It's like 3 generations.
Well,
you guys.
well, think about it. If you rewrite history, right? You know what I mean. And if this black people was here prior to Columbus and Pilgrims and all that coming over, like that's a big change. Like this was our land. You know what I'm saying? Or at least we were indigenous to this land, and that makes a difference. Like
a huge difference.
Do you feel American? Do you feel American?
Can I be?
Because you said jaded.
Yeah.
I want to get your point because I have a theory on this.
And I'm just going to speak very bluntly when I respond to that question. I feel like a nigga. And what I mean by that is our own people hate us. The white people hate us. Like we're just hated from all areas and cultures. Like we are just hated. How can you feel American when your own people don't rock with you like that?
I'm gonna blow your mind. What do you think, Rob? I'm about to blow your mind.
I'll tell you this, I definitely don't feel African American.
Okay.
I don't feel like
You almost there. You almost there.
You know what I'm saying?
Africans don't even like us.
I'm about to put it. Well, we don't know. I never been there, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
How you feel?
I feel like black folk. I think we are the most American. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we were actually reformatted. You know, you put a disc in a computer, you have to reformat it first. We were actually reformatted. So everything we are, so you said like you feel the way you feel, anything we are bad or good, we were really reprogrammed in this country. We don't have no frame of reference. Italy could always try to say, well, we have like back in the old country, we made pasta like this, whatever. Or, you know, people got their own culture that they can like lean on, whatever. They have like, and like, especially here, they have Oktoberfest. And we don't, this is all we know. We actually really erased and reprogrammed to be this. We don't have no other language.
That's heavy.
We don't have so really. I don't let no one tell me what I'm not American. I feel the most American. I'm more American than you because this is all I really know.
Right.
Y'all actually reformatted me. Like even I put the disc in here, it says not compatible with this. You have to reformat it. And reformat means you forget everything you had before.
Get you a little flashy.
And you're brand new, right? And you're brand new from this point on. So it's like I know you feel jaded, but it's like I feel like. Especially the amount of wealth, like even like the labor, the amount of wealth that we built for this country, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, really gave. I mean, we did a good thing as far as like them abolishing slavery, man. But we gave this nation a jump start for us. Our nation is young, and now we're like one of the wealthiest countries in the world. We really had a jump start, a free labor for all those centuries, you know.
Free labor. Yeah. You know, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
That's what makes me mad, man. Like the fact that my life has been so manipulated. I mean, we go to work 40 hours a week and I still feel like a slave. Even though I'm making money, I still feel like I feel like we've been trapped, yo.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what's the American dream? Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. That ain't nothing but a lie, bro.
I don't want to feel like I have to vote a certain way because of my skin color.
Right.
That's what I don't want. You can't tell me I am black because I want to vote for this or I want to vote for that. That's why I'm really registered independent, to be honest with you, because I don't want to like be in none of those politics, whatever. But I really see, man, it's like you see, like especially here. I mean, like they make it so where. Why can't people ever get like a leg up, man? Like if you want to do something, there's so much red tape just to get something done.
See, my thing, and this is how I've always been, and I've had this conversation with a lot of people. I have never been convinced to change my...
Turning around the mic.
I have never been convinced to change my way of thinking. I've never voted. I don't have any intentions on
For Obama?
voting.
You never vote for Obama?
No, I didn't vote for Obama. I supported him, you know, but it wasn't through a vote. You know what I mean? And I felt, you know, when it came to Obama, it was because he was black. That was the thing. Obama was black, you know. That was the thing. I feel that they put in office who they want in office. I seen this thing the other day where this 14-year-old girl.
So that's why I say you can feel jaded. Like
this 14-year-old girl, bro. She did some type of research.
They're all related.
And found out that they all have kin. They're all kin.
Yeah, every single president.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't feel there's. It's just something. It's just another mechanism of division, another tool of division of control that I feel the system uses to keep us like this. You know what I'm saying? To keep us like they do it through religion, they do it through politics. Like, why do you think those things are like the two biggest things that people are shy to talk about or nervous to speak out in public about? Religion and politics. Those are the two biggest things that keeps us divided. You throw race in there. You know what I'm saying? So these are things, but the whole 40 years that I've been living, I'm 41 on the 13th, God. But I have, you know, I've never felt an impact hard enough where, you know, if this was the president or this was the president, where it affected my life to the point where I'm just like, dang, I can't wait till he get out of office. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he doing or what they doing. I know every day I still got to get up in the morning. I got to go to work. I still got to pay bills. I still got to put gas in my car. I still got to put food on the table. I still have to do the same thing.
So basically, you're not meant to do nothing but just work and keep the wheel going.
No, I'm not.
No. I'm telling you, the way they set it up, that's how they make you feel.
Yeah.
Because you know what gerrymandering is? You don't see it too much now, but back in like the 60s, well, so let's say they had a whole bunch of black people in this district, right? Like down south, really. And they know that if this district came together, they will vote for like a black whatever. They would draw the county line so crazy so all the black people wouldn't be like a majority in one county. That's called, they would draw the lines crazy.
What is it? What's the terminology?
It's called gerrymandering. Like they would draw the district line so crazy so the black folk couldn't be a majority in not one county. Because really, I mean, the local,
they were spreading black people out.
No, they were just drawing the county line.
Red line in and stuff.
No, I mean, yeah, okay, that's another thing. Red line is they keep them all in one area. Gerrymandering is now the person from a block from you might be a different district. Okay. Because if you put all the black folk in one county, we can vote for the people that we want, like our own judges. But we're drawing the line so crazy that this area might be 4 or 5 different voting districts where we can't put our collective one. We can't put our exactly. So it's like red line and gerrymandering are two methods, but it's crazy how like they put the system together so they can. The people who want to be in power are going to be in power.
I hate when we use this, and this is one of the number one things that I hear all the time, or debates that I get into when it comes to why don't I vote. I always hear, you know how many people died for you to vote? How many people gave their lives for you to vote? And I'm like, no, if you really want to be real about it, those people gave their lives to give us the option to vote. Just because they gave their lives don't mean I have to vote. Okay, such died doing this, so now I have to. No, it's just an option. Now it's an option. We have that as an option. You know, if I choose to vote, I have that right to do that because people put their lives on the line and died and, you know, sacrificed whatever for I was.
You know what I want,
able to have that option.
I want politicians to be like NASCAR. Then I think people will vote like before you go to a speech, if you're running for a judge or whatever, they should make you put on a jacket with all your sponsors on the sleeves and everything. Because that's who you're really voting for. You vote for these big businesses. Because like if I get $1 million from this drug company, I'm not going to make a law against that drug company. Because that's what lobbyists do. Like they give them money by like big tobacco, big pharma, and all this stuff, whatever. You got people that's getting hooked on like prescription drugs now. You know, so I want you to put on a jacket of all your sponsors, everyone who gave you money, so now I can know what you're really going to do to get in that position. Because the NRA, if I'm giving you all this money, you're not going to make no gun legislation laws. You know what you're doing, because the NRA gave you $1 million.
But you know what? I feel like
that's real.
As another form of control, man. Like people don't even know what they're voting for. Like, no. For instance,
popularity contest.
When I grew up, I grew up Democrat. Why was I Democrat? Because my mom and dad was a Democrat. Why were they Democrat? Because they were told that Democrats
care for poor people. That's what you always hear.
That's what you always hear. And I think initially that was very true. But I think there was a little bit of a flip, a little bit of a switch. You know what I mean? Because there are people who would argue and say that it was a Republican that freed slaves, right? You know what I mean? So I don't think people really drill down why they vote for who they vote for.
Yeah.
And you think about the information that's out there when it comes time to vote, it's very little. Very little. And I think we're kept in the dark purposely.
They're like, do you want to vote for this guy? He left such and such and such and such, and back in 1975 he got caught smoking marijuana in the girl's bathroom. You're like, what? That got to do with anything?
It's it all boils down to big government, little government. It's like
local voting.
Like
I
taxes,
hear that might be something
like
I might be interested in maybe one day, you know, voting on a local level.
You ain't never gonna vote, bro.
You know,
if you're 40, you haven't voted, bro. You talking about? He said one day, like he's 12.
I'm just saying. You know, if you get America come through and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to make the minimum wage $3.75, and it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe I do need to vote for this nigga that's gonna keep it minimum wage at where it's at right now versus letting this dude get in office and being. But I
don't get me started minimum wage either, man. I think differently on that too, bro.
Nothing ever affected my life.
Well, okay, so one party thinks that the minimum wage should be as high as possible, but they also believe they should help small businesses. If I'm a small business, I can't afford to pay someone X amount of dollars. It's impossible. You're gonna shut down my business.
Right.
So it's like you're doing these things without knowing the repercussions of it. Because I like my milk being $3.48. I don't want it to be $6. Right. You raise minimum wage to $15. Guess what? Milk's gonna be $6. So it's like people think they're making these decisions in a vacuum. You're not.
Right.
It always impacts another thing. And tell you the truth, what you're better off doing is don't tax these large businesses so much. Like, if Hammermill was still here, if GE didn't lay off, if all these big companies were still like, if someone in the area right here, you wouldn't have to have minimum wage, because just the market itself, it would be competition where if you're paying 15 across the street, I gotta pay 15 to get good workers, or so I'm gonna be like, the market will work itself out. But now we're stuck with nothing but fast food jobs.
Right, and that's my point too. To some people, you're gonna raise minimum wage, right? So first of all, the business owner, they're going to pass that on to the consumer. They still want to make money.
Exactly.
Why are you going to take on the risk to be a business owner? Because you want to make money. But you're just going to pass that on. So that's one thing. But the other thing is you're going to raise minimum wage, and the argument is, well, how is this person that's working at McDonald's, you know what I mean, going to support a family? Well, time out. You should not be working at McDonald's with the intentions of supporting a family.
It's a high school job. It's a get on your feet job. You should strive to be the manager if you want to work at McDonald's.
It's also a bridge job too, though, as well. You got to think about the older people that retire. They just want something to do, you know. And I get that. But when you start fumbling around with minimum wage, so let's take McDonald's for instance. You have an employee that's been there 6 years. They're making $15 an hour. Right, say they make minimum wage $17 an hour. Well, guess what? That employee that's been making that $15 an hour is not going to get that $17 an hour. They're going to stay at that $15.
And guess what else you're going to do?
You have these new cats coming in that will be starting off fresh at $17 an hour.
Skip that. We ain't getting new cats. We're gonna put robotics. You're gonna order with this computer, and guess what? Drive-through, you coming next. It's gonna be AI drive-through. We already trained it, bro.
What's the joke that
it's coming?
You see Good Burger too?
Yeah, that's what's coming.
That's what it is.
That's what's coming, bro.
Hey, bro,
the whole thing was automated.
So funny.
The whole thing, basically, the monster came in, or the corporation. It was all automated, where you order through automation. It was like an automated
So you can look at Walmart right now.
Self checkout. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'd just be blown away. Like, can I get some assistance, please? You know what I mean?
Look on the app and find it yourself.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to do.
I went to one establishment, man, and they was having problems with their self checkout, and you had 2 employees just sitting over there, just chilling, talking, and I couldn't get no assistance, right? And my thing is this. And when I asked them to come over, I finally had to break bad with them. They was like, "Yeah, we don't know how to do that." Well, what the heck is you here?
What are you here for?
What is you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Man, I get started on that.
Sometimes I like talking to people. Like, sometimes, okay, if I go to Home Depot, you on your own.
It's a wrap.
Value Home Center, they at the door.
They right
what
there.
Can I do? I'm like, bro, it's too much. I know what I want.
You gotta meet me in the middle.
It's too much attention. I want to do window shopping. Value Home Center, man, they meet you at the door, bro. Like, what do you want?
Hey, bro, you really ain't see Good Burger too.
No, man.
Hey, man, that movie's so funny to me, man. Hey, your boy, he got a whole bunch of kids.
Oh yeah.
So he come out, he got French fries on his eyebrows. He said, "Oh, I got French fries on my eyebrows. I call them fry brows."
Joey.
Pretty good.
I love that joint, bro.
Yeah, that movie's such crazy.
I love it.
You hear this flow? Talk about Pootie Tang.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. But I think we'll wrap up, man. We went for an hour. I think it's a good show, man.
Yeah.